The correct answer is C. If I have enough time, I will attend the meeting. This is the first conditional. We use if plus present simple, followed by will plus base verb to talk about a real or possible situation in the future. The correct answer is B, trustworthy. Trustworthy means someone or something that can be trusted and relied on. It is the closest in meaning to reliable. The correct answer is B, contrast. The word although is used to show a contrast between two ideas. In this sentence, the teacher was tired, but she continued explaining the lesson. So, although means contrast. The correct answer is B, communicative language teaching. This teaching method focuses mainly on communication and real-life language use. Its goal is to help learners use the language to express meaning, communicate effectively, and interact with others in real-life situations. The correct answer is B. She has been living in Riyadh for 5 years. We use the present perfect continuous to describe an action that started in the past and is still continuing now. The structure is has or have plus been plus verbing. We use for with a period of time, such as 5 years. The correct answer is C, necessary. Essential means something that is very important and cannot be avoided or omitted. The closest word in meaning is necessary, which means required or needed. The correct answer is B. He suggested going to the library. After the verb suggest, we use the ing form of the verb. The rule is suggest plus verbing. For example, she suggested studying together. The correct answer is B. By the time we arrived, the movie had already started. We use the past perfect tense to describe an action that happened before another action in the past. The structure is subject plu, had, plu, past participle. Here, the movie started before we arrived. The correct answer is B. If I were rich, I would travel around the world. This is the second conditional. We use the second conditional to talk about imaginary or unlikely situations in the present or future. The structure is if plus subject place were. Subject plus would play base verb. The correct answer is C, result. The word therefore means as a result or for that reason. In this sentence, the students studied hard for the exam, and as a result, they achieved excellent results. Therefore indicates a result.
The correct answer is B, communicative language teaching. This approach focuses on learning through interaction, communication, and real-life situations. It encourages students to speak, interact with others, and use English in meaningful, practical situations. Therefore, B is the correct answer.
The correct answer is B. I saw him yesterday. We use the simple past tense because the action happened at a specific time in the past, which is yesterday. The correct structure is subject plus past verb plus object. Therefore, B is the correct answer. The correct answer is A, correct. The word accurate means correct, precise, and free from errors. Therefore, the word closest in meaning to accurate is correct.
The correct answer is C. She is used to waking up early. We use be used to when we talk about something that a person is accustomed to or familiar with. The structure is be plus used to play on verbing. Therefore, C is the correct answer. The correct answer is B, important. The word significant means important, meaningful, or having a noticeable effect. Therefore, the word closest in meaning to significant is important. The correct answer is B. If I had known about the meeting, I would have attended it. This is the third conditional, which we use to talk about an unreal or hypothetical situation in the past. The structure is if plus past perfect would have place past participle. In this sentence, the person did not know about the meeting, so they did not attend it. The correct answer is B, contrast. The word although is used to show a contrast between two ideas. In this sentence, the exam was difficult, but most students passed it successfully. Therefore, although indicates contrast.
The correct answer is B. She enjoys reading books. After the verb enjoy, we use the ing form of the verb. The rule is enjoy ja verb ing. Therefore, B is the correct answer.
The correct answer is B, obtain. The word acquire means to get, gain, or obtain something. Therefore, the word closest in meaning to acquire is obtain. For example, he worked hard to acquire new skills. The correct answer is B. Neither the teacher nor the students were ready. With neither nor, the verb agrees with the subject closest to it. Here, students is plural and comes closest to the verb, so we use were. Therefore, B is the correct answer. The correct answer is B. She has lived in Riyadh for 5 years. We use for to talk about a period of time, such as 5 years. We use since to talk about a specific starting point, such as 2020. Therefore, B is the correct answer. The correct answer is A, necessary. The word essential means necessary, very important, or something that cannot be avoided. Therefore, the word closest in meaning to essential is necessary. For example, water is essential for life. The correct answer is A. If she studied harder, she would pass the exam. This sentence uses the second conditional. We use it to talk about an imaginary or unlikely situation in the present or future. The structure is if plus past simple, would plus base verb. Therefore, A is the correct answer. The correct answer is B, audiolingual method. This teaching method focuses mainly on repetition, drills, and habit formation. It helps students develop language habits through practice, repetition, and dialogue patterns. Therefore, B is the correct answer.
The correct answer is D, inductive approach. The inductive approach focuses on allowing students to discover the rules themselves by examining examples and identifying patterns. The process is examples, observation, rule. Therefore, D is the correct answer.
The correct answer is D, working in small groups to solve a task. This activity is an example of cooperative learning where students work together, share ideas, and take responsibility for completing a common task. Therefore, D is the correct answer. The correct answer is D, using language for real-life communication. The communicative approach focuses on helping students use English to communicate effectively in real-life situations. It emphasizes meaning, interaction, and practical language use rather than memorizing grammar rules only. Therefore, D is the correct answer. The correct answer is D, preparing a project about an environmental problem at school and working on solutions. Project-based learning allows students to learn by working on a real-world problem or project. Students research the problem, work together, develop solutions, and present their final product. Therefore, D is the correct answer.
The correct answer is B. I wish I could speak English fluently. We use wish past simple to express a wish about a situation that is different from reality. In this sentence, could expresses a desire to be able to speak English fluently. Therefore, B is the correct answer.
The correct answer is D. Students watch instructional videos or study materials at home, then use class time for activities, discussion, and practice. This is the flipped classroom approach. Students learn the basic content at home and use classroom time for interaction, practice, and applying what they have learned. Therefore, D is the correct answer.